Allah, 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 Allah.
For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said the angels, they become very afraid and worried when Allah never before have, you see, He swore by وَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالنَّفْسِ اللَّوَّامِ, I swear by the complaining self. This, whatever Allah He uses to give us an indication there is something of a higher importance to Him. He swore by the east and the west. It's not sunrise and sunset, because sunrise and sunset, they are transitory. As for east and west, they are fixed. So He swore by them. He swore by the trees, He swore by all of that which we see and all of that we do not see. So all of this Allah has spoken about. So He's pushing us to contemplate, to think, and try to gain the higher knowledge. And it has been said that the true knowledge cannot be obtained till you actually be able to unlock the mystery of the al-huruf al-mutaqati'a. The letters like Alif, Lam, Mim in Baqarah, Hamim, Kaf, Haya, Ain, Sad. This contain a lot of the mysteries of Allah. Allah, He swore, وَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَوَاقِعِ النُّجُومِ, I swear by the celestial body, by the fixed celestial bodies. And that's why Shaykh Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, he had a book is called مواقع النجوم, meaning the place of the celestial bodies. Because everything, this knowledge which we mentioned earlier regarding the Prophet Adam is also the knowledge of the celestial body. Because the celestial body, they have certain impact on our life. And that's why the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he gave us the mechanism and the method how to prepare ourselves. So he spoke, for example, that in the fasting in certain days of the month, the lunar month. And why you don't pray when the sun in this particular place, and you pray when the sun is setting, you don't pray when the sun is rising. And all of this, they are part of tuning our higher self. Because the self, in its own self, you don't think you have a spirit and you have body. When they are separate and everyone going his own way. As the spirit, it is the higher part of the nafs itself. So it is like the sharp part of the spear. And of course, if you put the spear is pointing upward and the stick is touching the earth. So the other one doesn't see anything. And that's conditions of any human who live in this particular environment, earthbound. He have no idea about the spiritual part of his own self. He's become worse than animal. So Allah, He said, they are like cattle, but they are worse. So they have not made any efforts. So every opening of the Holy Quran, in some surahs, in some verses also, it has been explained by those who are obtained a higher knowledge of realities. So Allah, He has qasam. A qasam, this is people when they go to court, they put their hand on Bible, the Quran, what's called? Huh?
Swear, right?
You swear. So Allah, He also, He swore. He swore by all of His creations, from letters, when He said, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Indeed, this book, there is no doubt therein. So this is, and He swore by the winds, by angels, mountains, trees, celestial bodies, by the hours of the day, by the night, and by the day, and by see, you have night, day, and you combine them together, what do you get? What you call it?
Twilight.
Well, you have night and day. Is that correct?
Mm.
So, but if you combine them together,
Great.
there's a 24 hours,
Oh, that.
according to our thinking. In Arabic, it's called yom. In yom in English, if you translate it to English, it's called day. So it is, when you say day, that's a day. You don't say, it is night. Yeah, it is. So Allah, He swore by the night, He swore by the day, and He swore, combined them together as a one cycle. And by the moon, wal qamar, the moon, and by as-sama, the sky, and the earth, and by the self, and by the odd and even. And He swore by the Holy Quran, and He swore by Al-Qalam. All this are keys to understand where you are, why you are being put here. And the greatest one is when He swore by His own self. أَفَلَا وَرَبُّكَ. Indeed, by your Lord. And this is actually, the angels, they become so terrified and afraid when they heard Him. He swore by His own majesty. Huh? Allah, He swore by His own self. I am the King of all kings, He say in the Hadith, the holy saying. So all of this, they are, people of course, they never stumble on them by accident. You have to know what you're looking for. So we are in the 21st century. Among the 21st century, where exactly are we? We are in Hobart. What part of Hobart? We are in the cities of Hobart. That's a great news. To know that, it's a great news. Yes, you really know where you are. Where about? We are in the Sufi Study Center of Hobart, and Mi'raj Sufi, an Islamic Study Center. This is a great comfort. We didn't make a turn and went to the pub next door. Yeah? Because or in a Chinese restaurant, he's B and we are, we are A and he's B. So, or you could be in a toy shop. So to know exactly where you are, why you are in this particular place, it is a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why الأعمال بالنيات, action based on intentions. So these actions which we make, if our intention it is accurate, it is, as I said, and correct, and it is always the saying that for the sake of Allah. What's it mean for the sake of Allah? That means that you do it with knowledge, doing things randomly. Allah say, وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have not created the jinns and the jinns, of course, the three creation which concern us, and we should know about them, because the angelic realm, the realm of the invisible being, which is called the jinns, demons, the devils, whatever you want to call them, and then also the human realm. As the other realms, the animal kingdom, which technically we are in some way connected to it, the vegetable kingdom, and the mineral kingdom. And this is what makes us, before we become a human, and then the spirit blown into us, the Spirit of God will make us a human being, and the consciousness be activated. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned that He blew in the Holy Quran, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, I blew into him of my spirit. This blowing of the spirit is continuous. It is not just a touch and then thank you, on your way, see you in the day of judgment. It doesn't work that way. Before even...
That blowing of the spirit, Allah did not blow of His spirit into the demon, into the jinn, or the angels. Is that a specific blowing in of
the human being?
His spirit into the human being.
This is the crown of the creations. The human being is the crown of the creations. So demons, angels, they are created from light, and they do not, in reality, no one have, but just because we are talking from the realm of cause and effect. The angels, they don't do anything without the permissions of Allah. The same as with us. We cannot do anything without the permissions. But the angels, they know better. They could see the consequences of the actions. Where a human, he become veiled by his animalistic nature, and he not be able to see the action he performed as action could bring disastrous result. He may have the capability to imagine, and this is one of the signs of our time, that we have very active imaginations. People in the earlier time, thousands of years ago, they were very satisfied with the small things. They don't want much. If you got a donkey, he's not happy. He's not going to think about upgrading, getting a horse. He's got a donkey. Alhamdulillah, thank you. Oh Allah, I'm very happy for giving me this thing. And because they have certain satisfactions in their heart, richness in the heart.